Right here, we have Summer Walker verse lead 1, and we see Summer Walker, the verse 2, 3, whatever, got different punches down here at the bottom. And then we got backgrounds. So a lot of backgrounds. You see how clean and organized those backgrounds look? And as we look at the audio files, for the people that's going to be in the comment section talking crazy, listen. Those are different takes. Those are not copied and pasted takes down there at the bottom. All right? Those are not. They are not. They are not. As we see, that is 469, 466, 467, 468. All of those are there, right? Same thing. 92, 3, 4, 5. You know what I'm saying? All of those right there. I probably didn't say 5, but yeah. You see 500, 501, 502, 504, and we see so forth and on. Like, it's a lot of different shit down here at the bottom. Going crazy. All right? And then there's extra harms down here at the back, right there. Cool, right? That's the hook part. So let's go over to the verse, and we're gonna look at how she punched in to see if she did punch in. And yes, Summer Walker punches in because punching in is an effective way to record, to get a feeling, to where it sounds like you're not reading. You can do different deliveries and energies, and it's just a creative way to record. And for the people that don't know what punching in is basically you record and you stop and then you go back, record again after you just listen, and you go back and pick up where you left off. That is punching in. And there's going to be people, but the WAV file looks so big, like she's clipping. All right, let me show you something. In Pro Tools, we can do this right here. All right, we can make that look very small. All right, we go up here. We can make that look like a brick if I wanted to, right? But it's whatever, right? It's whatever. And another way that we can tell, like, if she's clipping or if the signal's clipping, we go here, hit gain, and hit analyze right here and see the true peak. And this tells us that this comes in at negative 18.9, which means we have a high ceiling before we clip. Okay, autotune artist. Okay. Her autotune settings for this song was retune speed 15, humanize 11. Nothing crazy, nothing special, nothing going on. Autotune is just there to tune the vocals. She can sing. She's amazing. Okay? And then right here we got vocal rider. Vocal rider just keeps the vocals consistent. Just go up and down. It's just riding the beat. It's riding the beat. That's what it's doing. And that is all it's doing. Nothing too crazy going on with that. So watch this. Let's play it.
How's love when it's haunting your soul?
See how that was moving? Like, it was just going up. Like, it goes up, it goes down. All right. And then next up, what we have in the chain is a de-esser. This is a plugin alliance plugin, as you see right here. Plugin alliance. And we see, okay, so let's turn this off.
How's love when it's haunting your soul?
And you got to put a de-esser on there because she's saying a lot of shit with S's. And it's haunting your soul. Like, the de-esser tames some of that.
How's love when it's haunting your soul?
Tames some of that. We don't want to kill it completely, but it tames some of that. Alright, so that's all that's on there. We see a lot of reverbs and delays going on, okay? Reverbs and delays. Reverbs and delays. This would sound like we turn all of those off. These same reverbs and delays are here on her bus right here. So if we mute these right here as well.
How's love when it's haunting your soul?
Yeah, the vocals sound good, yo. So now, let's really get down into the nitty gritty. So we have autotune artist, vocal writer, and a de-esser running into this right here, okay? Running into a EQ that has some subtractive EQ going on, okay? This is important. Signal flow is very important, and this is what you do when you understand what's going on in Pro Tools sessions, all right? It's just in sessions in general. So we see the output. This is running into lead Vox. We see this FL1, all right? Boom. All of this is running into this EQ. Then it's hitting this Waves plugin for whatever reason. People think people in the music industry don't use Waves plugins when people in the music industry uses Waves plugins. But that's besides the point. So we see the little compression going on here.
How's love when it's haunting your soul?
Not a lot of compression going on. It's shit's barely moving back, all right? So, and then they got that down to negative 2.6. This lead Vox track is running into this Vox right here, okay? You see what's going on here. Now, this goes into this de-esser, and we see this de-esser going on in here. We see the frequency. We see how much the threshold is being hit. And then we go again, and we see another EQ, move, minor. They rolled off more low end, and they took out some of this right here in this 250 to 500 range. Then we see another, and then we move to the R compressor, right? Some compression going on here, which leads us into this API 560. I haven't touched nothing in this session. I'm just showing you this in real time, like I'm looking at it in real time. All right. So then that goes into the SSLG channel, and we see the settings, what's going on here. We see they rolled some of this out right here. Nothing's going on up here. You know, beautiful, beautiful. Look at this right here. Look at that right there. Look. So, and then the SSLG channel is running into that L2. All right. You see the settings, seeing what's going on there. And that is running into the VMR, the virtual mix rack from Slate Digital. This is completely different from Kendrick Lamar's vocal chain that's in this same session, because you don't mix everyone's vocals the same. People got to understand that. People that are on the same songs, they don't even mix the vocals the same way, right? Because we see it's a complete different vocal chain. And that's grayed out. Then we go into the lo-fi. Okay, we see what's going on right there. And then that is running into fresh air. Okay, we see what's going on. They didn't even fuck with the air part, like the high air. They fuck with the mid air, and only 8%. Then don't get me started on that. Then that runs into her own master sub mix. For the people that's like, where's the master phase? No, it's like, bro, this is what people be doing. Like, everyone doesn't mix the way that you do. Everyone doesn't route the way that you do. It's gonna be people that do things differently, all right? And then we see they got the VU meter here, the L3 here, they got the shadows here, compressor right here. So we can see right here, we got the L2 again, and then we have the Shadow Hills compressor. All right, people in the music industry be using plug-in alliance plugins. Like, those are just slept on plugins, because a lot of people focus on like waves and file filtering and shit like that. But you know, we can see it's a good balance here. It's a lot of waves plugins here, and they're also plug-in alliance plugins. All right. So that's the Summer Walker vocal chain, far as like the flow, far as like her vocals. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here and just play her vocals over and over and over and over and over, because like that's kind of pointless, because you know.
Gossiping about some shit you don't know. Oh, you ho, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like that shit sounds good with the delays and shit. That shit just sounds good. And then we go down here. Let's say, let's look at the backgrounds. Like, let's look at the backgrounds. Like, are the backgrounds panned? Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Summer. All right. This is what we're getting at right here. Boom. There's nothing on the backgrounds but auto-tune and the reverbs and the delays, right? But when we look at it, -8, -8, -8, -8, -6, -6, -6, 6, and 6, and 6, and 6, and 6. All right. So we're looking at how it's panned. We got one pan to the left, another one pan to the right. One pan to the left, and the other one pan to the right. So that's making that wider. And you can look at the wave files and tell that's at different registers and different tones, because just how the wave files look. And you should also know, when you're recording harmonies, you should do your harmonies, the stacks, in different tones with different feels to it, so you can give that feeling of different people singing it or different emotion where it's wider. Okay, that's something like a lot of people overlook. They just want to copy and paste and pan and then wonder why it don't sound right. That's because you're not doing it right. Nothing crazy at all. We're looking at the reverb. So they rolled off the low and some of the a lot of high out the reverb. Then we got the stereo imager to make it wider of a reverb. Then we got the Valhalla vintage verb. And then that goes with center. And they boosted the size. They pulled the center down more to where the reverb is wider. And they're compressing the reverb as well. Okay, they got the flanger, right? That meta flanger here, and it's going. They got the Pensado flange on it, and then you know, like you see what's going on here. So if you want to be able to record and mix vocals like Summer Walker, you just have to record, right? You gotta sing with the emotion, have this voice, and just vibe out. You know what I'm saying? Because the settings aren't nothing you can't do. I get it. I understand you don't have the room that you're recording in, the microphone that you're recording in, but I'm showing you the plugins. You just record good takes, man. And you gotta have a budget. Like, it's so many people set on, if I had the preset, the mix, I could be successful like these people. And I'm showing you right here firsthand